These my dollars make it hurt. These my dollars make it hurt.
And a very good evening, everybody. As usual, it's a couple of minutes past 9, fashionably late as ever. Welcome along Monday night to this week's episode of Tea and Talks. As always, I'm Graham. I hope you're well tonight. Jason, how are we doing?
Doing well. Survived another weekend. The kids go back to school tomorrow, so I'm doing fantastic.
Of course, I keep forgetting you're a week behind me.
We are a week behind there, and plus to throw in is my daughter's she's 7 today, so I can't spit it out. God, I ran it like not even a minute into the show, and I've already messed it all up. But yes, she turned 7 today, so it's been like a weekend full of birthday party stuff for her. She's had 2 surprise parties and a zoo trip, and I'm shattered. I am done.
This could be a very brief version of the show tonight, then. And yeah,
exactly.
I guess
you might have to poke Lisa to tell her Jason's falling asleep during the show. He's just passed out completely. Luckily, I had my 7 o'clock nap, so I'm good. So we don't worry about it.
Oh, you've had your dad nap. I love it.
Yeah, I got that. That's the best part. Yeah.
Yeah, and nicely timed as well with the restrictions starting to loosen up here in Scotland as well. So obviously we're allowed to see a few more people as of this weekend. So yeah, really great timing for our birthday. We had a family birthday as well, funnily enough. So yeah, great timing. So yeah, welcome along to the show tonight. So as you can see, we're going to have a little bit of a deeper dive, I guess, into Topps NFTs, which of course drop tomorrow. But before that, we'll have a quick rundown in the news. Not frightfully much from, well, a few things from my side. Nothing physical baseball card related, funnily enough. Nothing new's really come out in baseball for a few weeks now. In fact, nothing really new is coming out until the 28th, and we've got 2021 Bowman baseball coming, so that's obviously the big prospect set. That should be quite interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, we're still a week or so away from that. Maybe some good fodder for chat next week. I guess touching on digital
rookies are out there. That's the thing. It's like we're all getting excited for all these rookies that we never heard of and that will never make it, right?
Well, yeah. there's always that chance. There's always that chance.
There's always a chance. I still have my 01 Bowman, and I went through it the other day, and I didn't know most of those guys.
Yeah, it's funny when I go back through some of my dusty boxes and I see these first Bowmans. I think, oh my god, I've got some gold here, and no, it's not gold. It's just trash. So yeah, that's rather unfortunate. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting. There's a few big names will have their first Bowman card in this release though. So the fifth overall pick, or the fourth or fifth, was held back from Bowman Draft last year. So obviously Bowman Draft was a massive product just at the back end of 2020. Which started out at like $300 a box, and it's currently trading for about $800 a box. So that shows you the kind of firepower that it has. I know it's insane, right? So they kept a couple of they kept one of the top 10 draft picks. They kept back for 2021 Bowman. So there are going to be some high prospect cards in this as well. So it could be quite interesting. It's sitting just now around about $400 for a hobby box, which is kind of expensive for Bowman, even for Bowman, I should say. But it's quite expensive for a hobby box. But we'll see. There's still a couple of weeks before that comes out. 28th it's due out, so 9 days, and then we'll see.
Do you think that they held them back because this year's prospects suck? It's like, well, these guys suck, so we might as well hold these guys back so we can make sure we get some money on you guys.
Well, yeah, there's a little bit of that. I mean, the draft. So the draft was obviously different last year, right? Because it was done at a different time of year, if I recall correctly, or done a slightly different.
5 rounds. We cut out like 30 of the rounds. Just chopped that sucker down and said, "All right, screw 30 rounds. We're doing 5."
We're doing 5. That's a hell of a cut. And of course, it's like they didn't really get to see these guys in their traditional habitat, if you will, because there was no minor league baseball last year. So like a lot of guys who got drafted were just taken straight out of high school and call it. And I've told this story the wrong way around, but it was obviously affected by the lack of minor league baseball as well. So yeah, I mean they always do it. They always keep some of the prospects back for the Bowman release, because obviously this comes out before this year's draft, and then we'll have this year's draft whenever it's scheduled for, and then Bowman products later in the year, like Bowman Draft, which will come out about November time. That'll have this year's draft class in it. So they do always keep some back for the headline Bowman product. I mean, if you're a Bowman purist, then it's like the first kind of proper Bowman card, I guess, that you really want to get. I mean, you really want that first Bowman, even if it is from Bowman Draft. But there's still some cachet attached to regular Bowman as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I know. It's just I think it's changed now because people would hold out till August. So if the first Bowman comes out now, you're going, okay, yeah, we got these guys are coming up. But I mean, previously you could hold out till the first day of wherever uni you sign up for. So if classes started the middle of August, if you attended classes from high school, then that was it. So you had to hold out. So you would usually get guys that would sign late August because of that. So which. I can totally understand. Like, you gotta get as much money as you can when you're signing out of high school.
Yeah, well, this is very true. Money, right?
Yeah, like I said, that's like spare change for the billionaire orders in his team. Like, oh gosh, yeah. Like you're really quabbling over a couple 100,000. I mean, really, like I sneeze, it falls out of my pocket, so it's really not a big deal.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, this is very, very on topic. I mean. Like I say, there's not too much baseball releasing right now, so I actually got stuck into some some round ball football cards this weekend. But we've had a bit of a break of soccer cards, and of course, talking about billionaire owners in soccer right now. Yes, that's rather apropos timing, but this is not the correct podcast for that conversation. So,
Yes.
but it feels like everyone else apart from the two of us is currently talking about round ball football, and here we are, Russia's number one baseball card related webcast and waffle show. So
exactly, yes, yeah. You know what? When we hit those Saudi oil fields, you know, we'll be right in there, and we'll buy our local team and throw billions at them as well. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah, it sounds good, man. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
right
now we'll stick with trading cards.
We'll stick with trading cards. So yeah, we'll move on to digital trading cards then, but not NFTs because they're different. So yeah, a little bit of news. So Topps Bunt, if anybody's a Topps Bunt enthusiast, like Jason and I have kind of got back into it again. Funnily enough, I got back into it just so we could do a show about it, and yeah, I've become quite addicted, and now I play it on two phones, and yeah, when I'm in meetings,
multiple accounts.
Yeah, multiple accounts across multiple phones, and I really wish I had a newer iPad because my iPad can't play it because it's too old, and I'm a bit frustrated by that. So yeah, there's a new event in Topps Bunt at the moment, the road trip event, which has kind of piqued my interest again. Like I say, I was just kind of collecting and grinding for a bit, but I'm quite enjoying progressing through the tiers. I think I'm on level 12 at the moment, which is nothing compared to you, right? So it's 30 levels overall, and you're on what tier are you up to now?
So I just finished tier 20. I got my second car. I'm on tier 21 now, and I have to open 16 mystery boxes, or 12. I can't remember. 12 or 16. Regardless, it's a shitload and it's a pain in the ass. Like it's like I like Top Bunts. I'm having a great time doing it. I'm opening the cards with my daughter. It's been a lot of fun. This event is just one of those things where it just grinds you to a halt. And you have to go, okay, now am I spinning this time or am I opening the mystery box? Because I don't want to ruin it for the next one. Yeah, and it's a slog. But you know, the one thing about Topps Bunt that I'm actually really enjoying is the daily games. And the cards you get from the road trip are really good for the daily games.
Yeah, for like for the sort of fantasy element that they put into Bunt, right? With the daily contest, is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. The home run derby, the daily derby, the pitchers one. I don't even know what they're called. I just stick players in there.
King of the Hill. King of the Hill's the
pitcher. 9 cards and you grind those things out.
Yeah, man. King of the Hill's the pitcher one. I know that much. Yeah. Annoyingly enough, I just
right. Now I'm gonna be.
Yeah, King of the Hill is definitely the pitcher one, and then I can't remember what the team one is. Yet rather annoyingly, I just spilled a cup of coffee all over some 2020 Topps Stadium Club Chrome, so that's rather disappointing.
There you go.
Not my coffee.
Best of Bunt. Best of Bunt. You get Best of Bunt, and then you get Fantasy Challenge, King of the Hill, and then there's the Derby one, Daily Derby. The Daily Derby one, I like that one because I've actually started looking at RotoWire, and they give me the hot and cold matchups. So I pick my players out of that.
So you've gone full fantasy spec on this now. After saying I think 2 weeks ago you weren't going to go full fantasy spec on it.
No, I did. I was just like, I like that bit. We've been playing fantasy together for 18 years now, 17, 18 years.
That's true.
I've been playing for 20 years now. So now my collecting aspect of Bunt has gone towards there, where I've started kind of grinding cards and keeping like all my pitchers. Well, all my pitchers that get the plus 2.0 stats.
That's it. Yeah.
I was grinding those before. Nope. And then I try to stack them up so I can get like 5 of them, and then just pick like say one pitcher that day who has the best matchup.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then it's been kind of fun. Funny enough, I think I got hooked because I found. Oh, you know what it was? So there wasn't a card for him, but my RotoWire matchup said Carlos Rondon would be the pitcher to pick that day of all the pitchers, and of course he went and threw a no-hitter.
Threw a no-hitter.
And that was the first day I used it. So I was like, well, this is genius. I should be doing this every day.
So RotoWire basically called his no-hitter.
Yeah, it was the best pitchers to go that day, and so I've been using that every day now. So I'm like, yeah, okay, this is the best matchup.
That's really quite cool. Right, I've managed to clear up my coffee. I just fumbled like half a cup of coffee all over some baseball cards, but it's all fine now.
That's all right. As long as there are any shed long cards, all the DJ LeMahieu cards can get removed how you want. The shed longs are the valid
I had like a freaking big wad of Stadium Club Chrome from last year that I've been waiting to put away, and I just fucking spilled a coffee over them. Never mind.
It adds value to those things.
Yeah. Get your PSA 10s here. Fucking coffee spilled over them. Whoopsie.
But yeah, I'm enjoying Bunt. Like I said, but the road trips a bit of a grind. I'm not. What was it? I guess Mystic came out. Those are kind of funky cards.
Mystic was kind of cool actually. Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, oh, actually these are pretty sweet. It's nice to see some, like, I guess, Bunt exclusives, you would call them, because Mystic isn't like a set or anything you can pick up. You know,
I was going to ask you about that because I said, like, I don't think I'd ever buy those cards. They're terrible looking cards, but they're kind of fun, like in a digital way. You know, like I said, it's one of the sets I'm collecting. Again, I have 3 different devices. I have 3 different accounts I'm using, and each one's collecting a different set, and it's the main ones now. So I've done Inception, I'm doing Mystic, and what am I missing there? The other one. Like, I don't even know. I'm just like,
yeah. I thought Mystic was kind of cool. Mystic would work pretty well as an NFT, funnily enough. But yeah, we can talk crossovers, I guess, just shortly here.
Translucent, that's what it was.
I
like those because they work really well digitally. I think it's cool when you get the kind of like the extra buttons and that, or the flare. I don't know what you call it, but yes. So my daughter loves it. So I was like, great, okay, you can have that one, Gil. But it's only gone. But I do like the fact there's a new set every week, and so something comes out, and because it gives you a chance to do it. So it's a lot of fun. I've still spent £0 on this thing.
Oh, you're doing pretty well. Yeah, I haven't spent anything either. I'm still saving my in-game currency like a monster as well. I think I've got like 1.4 million or something on like my main account. Oh, like I'm barely spending. And even when I do, so you do the daily missions. It's like, open 5 packs to get 5,000 coins. So I open 5 of the 500 coin packs. So for every 5 I open, I make $2.5 profit. So
there's 500 coin packs.
Yeah, man. Like
what cheap ones are those? I'm missing those. I usually buy the tops 100 because those are like the cheapest ones.
No.
All right.
Store.
No, because I like the tops 100, but like.
Again, this is top quality content. My button is not playing ball right now. It's just like it's just freezing. It's one. I think it's Legends. It's a Legends pack. You only get 3 cards in it, but it's 500 coins.
Oh right.
So there you go. See, there you go. Can make that's a pack you can make profit on.
All right. Well, you went for the profit margin thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Right. Well, there we go. That changes my strategy. There we go.
Yeah. So even when I'm spending, I'm not really spending. I'm still earning. That's kind of fun.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Only 500. Right. Yeah. I was going. Okay. I guess spend $2,000 each one. I'll buy the cheapest ones and try to get some. I guess the other thing is with by buying into tops 100, the cards are actually usable in the game, and I do like the Fire and Lightning ones. Again, I kind of like the whole GIF aspect to it. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I don't take the fantasy side of it too seriously. Like I set lineups every day, but then I'm doing it really just so I can get the tickets at the end and then craft the tickets into the rainbows.
Yes.
So I'm not really too fussed about how many I get. I think the most tickets I've had in one day is like 26 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like not taking it super serious, but yeah, I always make sure I set a lineup and stuff every day because it's pretty cool to get the contest tickets and then craft those out into the digital foil cards. They're kind of fun.
They are pretty cool there, and then there's like another version of like a gold. It's a gold. There's like the rainbow, and then there's something else on top of it. Which
so you
gotta pay for those suckers.
Yeah. So if you craft 3 whites, so 3 of like I think they just call them the common base cards or something.
Base, yeah.
Yeah. So craft 3 of those, you get a gold. The golds are pretty cool. I've actually ended up with quite a few of those as well, just from opening so many mystery packs and like you get a reasonable amount of the white cards in those. The Legends one, the 3 cards packs. I think it's like 1 in 5 or something. But I've opened so many just for the missions that, I've crafted a fair amount of golds as well. And of course, doing it across 2 accounts, so you end up with a reasonable pile at the end of the day. But yeah, I thought I was progressing pretty well to get to like level 12 of the road trip in 2 days or however long it's been. You go, you're damn near finished. You're only 9 levels away from finishing.
Oh my gosh! Like, don't even look at the final 10 levels. It's something ridiculous. Like, I had to like make 20 trades. You know, you sit there, you set a trade, and then you revise it, and set the trade back, and like that.
Yeah,
it's a grind. I guess I was wishing there'd be more kind of like open pack kind of thing, or do something kind of thing, like trying to do 20 trades or collect 104 cards is
Yeah, or spin the wheel 20 times or whatever. And...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's frustrating because you're stuck and you're stuck at a time limit, knowing that every hour you have to go and log in on there. But well played for Tops. I'm doing it. I'm moaning about it, but I'm still doing it.
Hey, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Exactly. And when it's done, and I'll go through it again. And this time, probably, I think it's hard because I have to keep going back and going. I've not looked at this for a couple of hours. What am I not supposed to open? Am I supposed to not spin this time because it's next time?
Yeah. It's made me think made me think that way as well. Yeah, like usually you just open the app and you just clear everything off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these are the trades I've been sent. These are the missions I need to complete. Oh, I need to go and spin my wheel. I need to open my box. I need to get my free coins. But now it's like, no, I need to go and check my event first to see what I need to finish, and then. Yeah.
Yes, before you clear everything off.
Before you clear everything off.
Another hour for it.
Yeah, because exactly. It's about efficient use of time.
Yeah, so we've all had that problem where it's like, I cleared that box, I needed that box.
Yeah, like, shit.
Yes. I think the only part about it is like you have to go back to the home page and then scroll down to it, so it's not easy to find. Like, I wish it was something I could clear everything off the screen and it would say you've now passed that level. And that would be probably more ideal for me. Because I think, I would rather just go through it that way than have to think about, all right, what am I crafting this time or what are I not? Because I wish there was something on the app that would just let me know that I've reached that level to go do it. And then I can collect the reward instead of having to go back and forth and go claim, okay, now what? Yeah. Kind of like when you finish a set and then it automatically goes, you finish your set, you can get your little award from it later.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I say, it's keeping us engaged, if nothing else, right?
Yes, exactly. Like I said, and I've spent no money. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've given up Pokemon for it, so it's like I've stopped chewing and started smoking.
You've gone from one bad habit to another.
Exactly. So, but at least I don't have to go walk around at midnight to go get Pikachu. So we're okay.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I'm not saying I may not do that. I'm going to stay quiet on that one.
Funny enough, David, who's watching on Facebook, good evening, David. So he's saying he's been on Bunt since its very inception. So I'm not sure how old it is actually. I remember playing it a few years ago, like maybe 2018, something like that. So I think it's been around since at least 2018. But I'm not sure exactly how old it is. A quick Google would tell us.
I think 2011.
Damn, really?
I've seen people ask for trades from 2013 and 2014.
Far right. Wow, I don't think I've been going that long. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's because I spent too much time in the trade feed trying to finish my sets off. I said,
you are really taking this serious. I love it.
I had to catch up on I didn't have. My wife had to catch up on 5 seasons of Line of Duty, and so I've already seen those, and she had to catch up there, and we had to go do this together. So I crafted a lot. I did a lot of trades during those 5 seasons of Line of Duty.
Oh my gosh.
If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Great show. Love it. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, we're not talking about it though because I've still got last season of Line of Duty to watch, but I can't just like I really, really, really like that show, and I can't just do one and then be left for a week on I can't do it. So I've been avoiding all social media. I've been just trying to stay out of any conversation about it, and then once it's finished, I'll just watch all the season in a day. I can't do this week to week.
Fair enough. I mean, we were watching 4 or 5 episodes a night.
Yeah,
it's like I can't be stuck on this cliffhanger.
No, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I was the same with Luther. Like that was a great show as well.
I never watched it.
I couldn't do it. Yeah. Oh, David's sharing his username. David, this gives us a great opportunity to plug the group. We do have a related group, a Facebook group for Tops Bunt. If you search up Tops Bunt UK, you should find it. I think it's called Tops Bunt UK and Europe Community
EU UK
group or something like that. Yeah, I gave it a really long, cumbersome name for no good reason. So yeah, I think there's like 35 people or something in it now. So yeah, come find the group and join in. You'll see all our usernames and stuff there. But yeah. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be good to have a proper seasoned pro in the group. So, yeah, do that, David. That'd be cool. And yeah, I guess on the subject of Facebook groups, what a beautiful segue that was. A small bit of housekeeping, something we hope that people never need to use. But there used to be a Facebook group for people to track nefarious individuals who move in the trading card circles. Which went through a little bit of a change unexpectedly, but it's now back up and running. So, if you are involved in the UK trading card community, There's a group now called Sports Card Scammers UK and Europe, which is a group I've kind of temporarily, I guess, hopefully taken over the admin of. So yeah, any kind of disputes or issues you've had or scammers that you're aware of, we try and keep a track of them in there. If you're in other card collecting groups in the UK, let your admin team know that the group's back up and running. Ask them to come and get involved if they want to help admin or mod the group. The more the merrier. I think there's like 3 or 4 people now who are helping with the admin and the moderation of it. Like I say, we do hope it's something that isn't needed, but yeah, it's already been used this week, unfortunately. So yeah, it's something that might be worth joining if you're in the community. And yeah, that's kind of the news from my side. So I guess Project 70, Jason, what's been happening over there?
Project 70 is dead. Long live Project 70.
It should just be called Project Alex Party and Lauren Taylor, right?
Pretty much. Man. We had the 2 lowest print runs happen this weekend, and this is like the 3rd week in a row they've dropped lower and lower. This week it was the Dwight Gooden Claw Money, and if you saw that card, I like Claw Money's design element. They all look pretty much the same, but it was the same photo of Dwight Gooden that Old Man Allen had used last year for his card in Project 2020. So she clearly didn't do any research. It was a rookie mistake on her part. No one bought the card. I think it was 1,400. I think. Let me just check. Yeah. Nope. Sorry. I oversold it. 1,213. That's
Wow.
how many they sold it at. So, and then it actually sold worse than the Tony La Russa Mr. Cartoon card. Like, I just don't understand a manager card. Like, who wants it? Are you a Cardinal fan, an Ace fan, or a White Sox fan that says I gotta have a manager card?
Have the manager card, yeah. I like the whole idea of manager cards and sets. I'm not going to go and spend $20 just specifically on a manager card.
I mean, it's a throwback to all the manager cards. I get it. Mr. Cartoon is doing a big homage to various people there. I know he's making millions anyways. He doesn't really have to worry if the card sells 1,000 or 10,000. For him, it's really not a big deal. But you can't complain because people have been asking for other players, and you've got them, and then you didn't buy them. So it's a catch-22 there. But I think the set's dead. The set's not dead. Like you said, it's very much Alex Pardee. He's dropped his Key Brian Hayes card today, Spider.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's actually his nickname, or he just said, screw it, I'm gonna call him Spider-Man. Like that. Any Pirates fan, feel free to correct me. I've not watched a Pirates game yet, so I don't know if I will. Do they play the Mariners this year? So might catch it, but yeah, cool card. But what I really like about Alex Pardee is he does a hype video for it, and they're so cool, And so if not seen the hype video for this card, absolutely just go check it out on Twitter, I think, or Instagram. It's a really cool card. It really helps sell it more. It's a really tough one to sell because, again, he's done Trout, he's done Acuna. I still think he sells about 15,000 of the Hayes, but it was the same thing when we talked with Lauren off air. She's like, do you do a rookie to try to get more interest or not? How do you go? How do you keep everyone happy? And no matter what you do, you're going to still have 5,000 or 6,000 angry white men who like people on cardboard. So you're never going to keep everyone happy there.
Yeah, that aspect's certainly never going to go away.
No, and it's the same thing. There's certain people out there who keep asking for when's that Royals card going to show up. I don't know. George Brett did not sell well. We were hoping that Bo Jackson might be done by one of the artists, but he's got his own rights to that. So you're not going to see Bo. I mean, you really want an Alex Gordon card? It would need a Frank White card.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach Greinke, maybe. But, I mean, he's not a popular player.
I forget he was a Royal.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things you kind of go, okay, there's that. Someone's like, well, which Texas Ranger are you gonna do? I mean, Nolan Ryan's the normal one, but Nolan didn't sell well in 2020.
Yeah.
If you got a Nolan Ryan card with beating the shit out of Robin Ventura, sells. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. That because that's such I think from a pop culture kind of standpoint, that a card like that that would sell so well. Just like knowing Ryan having Ventura in a headlock and just fucking pounding on him. Yeah, like, that would sell. Of course, it would sell.
Yep, absolutely. But like, I mean, who are you going to get? You're not asking for Pete Iglavia. You're not asking for Ruben Sierra.
Ruben Sierra. My God, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
I'm going old school there. Because I got a ton of his rookie cards. Didn't work out for me. Like say, all you guys chasing rookies. Ruben Sierra card did not work out for me. I'm trying to think who's the big outfielder for the Rangers now.
For the Rangers?
Yeah, current player. Yeah, old guys kept forgetting shit.
Yeah, all right. Old guys remembering stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I've broken a ton of cards this year, and I can't think. It's not Nelson Cruz, because Nelson Cruz
like
is
210, but hits like 50 home runs.
Oh Christ!
Yeah,
exactly. That sounds like Chris Davis, but
Chris Davis still hasn't hit his weight in years, so we won't worry about him. Yeah, and actually, Chris Davis does play for the Rangers now. It happens to be the African American Chris Davis instead of the white Chris Davis. White Chris Davis is still with the Orioles.
He's still with the Orioles. Okay.
Still with the Orioles. So yes, it will come up to. But again, I mean, which Ranger in the last? Nelson Cruz. Ian Kinsler,
Nelson Cruz, yeah.
I mean,
well, what we really need is a shirtless cocaine hunting Josh Hamilton card. That's really what we need. We're talking about Texas Rangers cards. That's what we need.
Could do that, and that would be absolutely awesome. And they would sell 10,000 of those, no problem at all.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like you're gonna have teams, and even I think there's trouble with Kirby Puckett for the Twins. But I mean, you're thinking Justin Morneau, Joe Mauer, but how many people are really buying a Joe Mauer card?
But I think a Mauer and Morneau dual card would be pretty cool. Like we've already seen what. So Lauren Taylor obviously broke the fourth wall by doing the first dual player card with Bellinger and Betts.
Yeah,
no,
Corey Seager and Bellinger.
Yeah. So she kind of broke that wall by doing the first two player cards. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if she does any more. We have an in, so we know the next one isn't going to be a 2-player card. But yeah, it'd be cool to see more people doing 2-player cards, and you might get something like a Morneau and.
The problem is, you remember, Mauer. So it's different. So if you're a current player, you fall in the MLB PA. And you have access to it's people that are retired have different ones. You no longer fall under the Major League Players Association, and that's where the problem is. So you have to go and get that.
Yeah.
And that Texas Ranger is Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo. There we go.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I saw you feverishly googling there. I can.
But that was so that's the problem there. So like I said, Project 2020, Project 70 is dead. Long live Project 70.
Yeah.
You're now everyone's third card, if not fourth card. You've seen what you're going to do. You've made your decision on who you're collecting and who you're not. And I really feel bad for these artists, like say Claw Money, who just made a rookie mistake. But her set's not that collectible. You've already done Tom Seaver. You've done Gooden. You're going to do all these New York people. Jeff Staple was doing the Subway Series and the Aaron Judge card. And I went, you know what? If you would have done the Subway Series and then Piazza, Mo, Jeter, Clemens, David Wright, that would have been a cool 5 subcard, but he threw Aaron Judge in it, and I think that killed the set there of any kind of value.
But like you say, it could be a rights thing again, because like 80% of the guys you just mentioned are retired. So if there's rights issues and try to get these, I mean, as cool as they would be, but yeah, if there's rights issues and try to get the usage of these guys' name and image, then
the one part we haven't seen, the Red Sox. There's been one Red Sox. It's been Pedro.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, not that everyone wants a Carl Yastrzemski card or Dwight Evans card.
No.
But I think it Boggs.
Yeah.
We don't need Ted Williams doesn't need another card.
Get an Alex Verdugo card.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you know what? Maybe we'll get a Mookie Betts as a Red Sox card. Maybe that's what we'll do.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. JD, I think, would JD I was going to say maybe JD Martinez would have sold well, but maybe.
And then the same thing. So you had Distorted, who was doing Dominican players, and then we have a John Kruk card, which I like John Kruk.
That's a cool card, though. That was a cool card.
But again, it didn't sell that well. I think it was like 1,600. It's him sliding into, I don't know, maybe back
a Philly
to the
cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak. Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant, man.
It's great, but the thing, if you look at the card though, it's sliding in the wrong direction. It's not like it's sliding to second or third. It looks like he's diving back to the bag at first. So I wonder if in her head, like, this works out really well, and then you go, well, it's diving in the wrong direction. And I think it was Andrew Thiel did it last year with the companion card. He did it, and he had Ken Gifford Jr. batting right-handed, and then he had to flip his card around so he could do it. He was actually batting left-handed.
Oh my God!
Twice about it. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, we are angry white men who know everything about cards and go through all the details.
That's some nerdy shit right there, my friend. Goodness me.
Well, because I remember seeing it, and I was like, why is Griffey batting right-handed? He's a left-handed batter. And everyone pointed out, and then miraculously, when it came out, he was batting lefty. So he clearly saw the comments and went, shit, I got that one wrong.
Yeah. It's really easy to mirror an image in Photoshop, is what we found out there.
Yeah. So it's one of those things there. But if you look at the card, the catcher is now left-handed because of it.
So it's just a straight mirror job.
Yep. Because that was, again, you notice those things there, and he literally just flipped the card around so he was batting there, and then the catcher's now left-handed. So
wow,
I caught you, Andrew Thiel. If you're listening to the show, also Big Ben.
Look at that. Well, you may have contributed to sparing his blushes somewhat, so I'm sure he should be thanking you.
Like I said, So, but yes, so that's all kind of news there. I see the future of the cards. Like, we're not going to know for like 2 months. There's going to be no stimulus check in the States to shoot everything up to the levels you saw with 2020, and we're going to probably see probably about the All-Star game. It'll pan out who's who, which ones are valuable, and then you might see people rush back to get cards that were missed that might have some value at the time.
Yeah.
But, if you're trying to make money on this, you're not going to do it.
No,
it's not going to happen. There's no money to be made besides like a $5 on it right now.
It feels like we're already into the dog days of summer. It's just going to tick along now at the kind of maybe at the print runs that we're sort of seeing, sort of anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000. It'll just tick along at that quite nicely, probably. You'll have the odd anomaly in there, like when Ermsey does a card or when Alex Pardee does a card at the moment. His stuff seems to be flying. But yeah, as we say every week when we end this segment, there's a long way to go in this project yet.
Exactly, and they still haven't started dropping 4 cards a day or 5 cards a day.
5 cards a day, yeah, and we've not seen any. Very few companion cards. We've not seen any of the wax pack stuff they're meant to be doing. So, yeah, there's still a few twists to come in this project yet, I think.
But yeah, what are you gonna charge for 5 packs a day? $75?
Yeah, well,
exactly. So I mean, someone's buying, but I don't know. I'm looking forward. We're getting to everyone's 4th card now, so we should see more variety and cooler designs.
Yeah. Let's hope, right?
All right. Well, yeah, I can. If you have any questions about Project 70, just send me a message. I've got it all down there, so yeah, don't worry about it. We make a point of covering it each week unless we have a super special guest on.
So yeah, always.
Which we might have a Project 70 artist on. We've been in talks, sort of. He knows about us.
yeah. There you go. There's a clue. It's a he.
Oh, dang it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, come on now.
We've already had Lauren on. So
we've already had Lauren on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is still not Stoop. Stoop still not returned any of my messages.
Has he not?
No.
Well,
no.
I'll go on record and say, what a dick. So now he really ain't going on.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thanks for that, Jason. Like I say, we do make a point of covering Project 70 every week. So if you do have any questions about the project, feel free to send those in at any point, and we'll cover them, of course. So the main topic this week, which we sort of spoke about in a general NFT episode just a few weeks back, and lo and behold, we were completely wrong and completely right both at the same time. So well done us. Dropping tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time. I don't feel like I should even say the time because that will inherently lessen my odds on getting a pack. But yeah, 6 p.m.
6:05.
6:05. Yeah.
Actually, it's 6:07 because it's the 7th anniversary of Top. So get on at 6:07.
So it's 6:07 tomorrow. Yeah, 2021. I can't remember its full official title. I rattled it off really well last week. 2021 Tops NFT
And NFT
Series
digital
1.
collectibles.
Yeah, there we go.
Series 1.
Series 1. So releasing tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK on not on tops.com. It's on a different website called wax.io. You need to be signed up. You need to have a credit card ready, and you need to have your NFT wallet available. Now you can do all that through wax.io. So if you are interested in doing it, go and get signed up. Is the best advice. If you're on the fence about it, we've been discussing it. If by some grace of God miracle, I managed to hit a pack of 45. So they're releasing 2 packs. There's a pack of correct me if I'm wrong, a pack of 5, which I think is $10.
And 50,000 packs.
50,000 packs. Yeah, and then they're also doing a pack of 45 cards for $100. And there's 24,090. It's not even 70. 70 would have made sense because it's the 70th anniversary.
We were discussing this before the show. 90 for some reason. So 24,090.
Yeah, 24,090 packs. It feels a bit like a 420 gag that I'm not getting. Or like, 69, dude. It feels like that kind of thing. I'm just not getting.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, so Tops, I know you're listening. Let us know.
Of course they
Plus,
are.
you're still coming on the here. I know you guys.
Tops Russia are, if nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, you know what? They're probably giving away 90 packs to somebody.
Well, maybe. Well,
yeah, I mean, you think there's 51 going to the top project 70 artists, maybe?
Yeah. Well, if you're the sign up's long since closed, but if you're one of the first 10,000 to sign up, you got a free opening day pack, and they drop at midnight tonight, from what I was reading on Discord just before we came on air. Now I missed that window, so I'm not getting a free pack. Like I say, if I'm lucky enough to hit a pack of 45, so I get a pack of 45 NFTs, I am planning to give away 20 of those to the community if I'm lucky enough to get them. So if you're on the fence about it and you're still not sure, I would encourage you to go to wax.io and get signed up for an account. It's dead easy to sign up. You might not understand all the terminology, but yeah, get yourself signed up. If I'm lucky enough to hit a pack of 45, then we'll maybe talk about it next Monday if there's time, or we'll do it on post through the week. But yeah, I'm planning to give some of them away. So you're going to have a nice chance to maybe get your hands on some free ones so you can get a feel for what it's like. So stay tuned for news of that. But that is kind of dependent on, I guess, hitting the lottery tomorrow night and actually being able to get a pack. So what we've seen with Top Shot... Sorry, go on, man.
I was saying, I mean, everyone laughs. Like, those first 10,000 freebies are gone within like a half an hour.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No joke. Like,
yeah.
We found out at like 3 hours down the road. And by the time we signed up, they were long gone.
They were long gone. Yeah.
And I like to think I kind of know what's going on occasionally, especially with NFTs. Like I own 2 packs of Top Shop. I've got my Blake Jameson NFT. I mean, I think these are cool. It saves a hell of a lot of space in my house. And it's taken me a while to kind of wrap my head around it. And I show people my NFTs and they're like, yeah, no. And you know what? That's a response for a lot of people. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Something kind of fun. Like I said, it's going to be the first pack. And I definitely would just try it. The worst case scenario is you're going to double your money selling it to somebody else because it's the first pack that's done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think there's a lot of... I mean, I've seen some wild comments from people on the official Discord saying, "Oh yeah, I've got $5,000 set aside to buy stuff tomorrow." It's like, mate, you ain't getting $5,000.
What we've seen, 1 pack each.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's limited to one person, one per person. Now, what we've seen with Top Shot, so if you want to get a pack of NBA Top Shot, you basically get told the drop is happening at this time. You click on the link and you get put into what is essentially a digital holding pen, and everyone just sits in the pen. And then when it comes to drop time, you get allocated a number in a queue. So if there's 25,000 packs of NFTs on Top Shot getting released, and you come in at position number 4,000 in the queue, then you've got a pretty good, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to get one. And again, they're limited to one per person. If you come in at number 50,000 in the queue, you've maybe got an outside chance because you have to stay in your queue position. So you have to imagine the natural attrition rate is probably quite high. People will miss their slot because once it's your turn in the queue, I think you get 50 minutes to check out. And if you don't check out in that time, then you lose your place in the queue, and it's tough bananas.
And that changed as well. So that was Top Shot because they were doing.
This is Top Shot, yeah. So this is the example I'm giving is Top Shot.
Yeah, and that was at 20 minutes. If you didn't purchase that within 20 minutes,
you got hoofed out of the queue.
There.
Yeah.
Last time everyone that wanted was able to buy a card. Last time, so
wow, that's pretty cool.
Top Shot.
Yeah, so that's how Top Shot handles it, and I think it's quite. I think it's quite a good idea. I quite like that. I like the idea of sitting in front of a computer for 6 hours only to find out I'm not going to get something. However, I would almost rather have to do that than have to deal with a cluster of, it's just like, right, 6 o'clock, this is when everything drops and it's just a free-for-all. So obviously Tops get a lot of stick for the fact that bots seem to take the vast majority of all the cool stuff. We've moaned about it ad nauseam on Tops UK when they've released Tops baseball stuff on Tops UK, and it's gone within like 5 minutes. I think is the longest baseball stock has lasted on Tops UK right now. And like we're all pretty much convinced that that's because bots are taking it and shipping it back to the US. So the concerns are that we're going to have this problem again tomorrow because this is just a drop at 6 p.m. So it's 6 p.m. and everybody go and good luck to you and you get what you get and that's it. Wax.io, the company who are handling this on behalf of Tops, they're not off to the best of starts either because they did. Tops obviously have the license for Garbage Pail Kids as well. So they did Garbage Pail Kids NFTs like maybe 2 months ago and massively oversold them. And they had to refund a whole bunch of people. So all these people who thought they'd got Garbage Pail Kid NFT packs actually got nothing and just got a refund and a sorry about that. So hopefully things go a bit smoother tomorrow, but I can't see it. I can see it being a complete cluster. You're going to be super lucky to get anything. And then, like I say, I think, I don't want to put a percentage on it, but there's going to be a lot of people just buying them to immediately list them on the marketplace and see what they can get for them. It's going to be, if people get pissed off at the fact they can't find blaster boxes at Target, they're going to get even more pissed off by the fact they can't get a pack of NFTs, but you can buy one for four times the price almost immediately because you don't even have that delay of, I have to go and stand in a queue at Target for 8 hours to get my box, to then go and take a picture of it in my crotch in my car, and then put it on the Facebook group and charge 4 times as much. Then you buy it and you wait 3 days to get it or whatever. Like this is like, people are going to be buying them and they'll be getting resold. I would imagine by 6:05, these things will be getting resold for 2 or 3 times their value.
Because there's so if you haven't signed up yet, you look at the app. There is a marketplace on there, so you can literally buy it at 6:02 and put it on the marketplace at 6:03
and have it sold by 6:04. Yeah,
and yeah, exactly. And it's gonna be one of those things. It's gonna be 9 a.m. Friday morning at Target, and the doors have opened, and everyone's just gonna go and raid the shelves, and it's gonna be chaos. But yeah, I mean, buy it, don't open it.
Yeah,
just hang on to it.
Yeah, if you got the stones to buy this thing and just hold it, go. That's the play. Like if I could get 2, that's what I would do. I would buy one, open it. Like I say, I'd love to do some community stuff with it. I think it'd be kind of fun. For the top tier only being $100. Oh, I say only being $100. But compare that to the price of buying physical trading cards right now. $100 for 45 individual NFTs feels like a reasonably good deal, especially because it's 2021. It's Series 1, so it's the very first. It's like, it's like the 1980 Tops physical set. Do you know what I mean? When you can't buy a box of that stuff for like less than $3,000 because it's the first kind of exclusive one, and that annoys me because it's my birth year and I'd love a box. I'd really love a box from my birth year.
We are gonna pass the hat around one day, and all 6 of us are gonna just keep passing the hat around until it gets filled up for you.
Yeah, once we get that Patreon up and running, that's
yes. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Series 1 cards. It does feel like it's now a blockchain version of Bunt.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they've rushed to put this out. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in this knowing the Tops and how things have gone previously.
Yeah.
But I think down the line, if they do like NBA Top Shot, I absolutely think that's where the money will be. If I can get someone hitting a home run or say 15 strikeout of the game kind of thing like that.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's where the money is going to be, owning those moments of games where the money's going to be at. And I don't think that still doesn't come out to All-Star break, because I don't think they had the technology for that. I think they got blindsided by the NBA, and that you're going to absolutely see that come out come August time for the NFL, and that hype will run with that.
Yeah, again, the NFL I think could be the more they probably stand to profit the most from this, because their season they're getting to see the mistakes that others are making. Now, I don't think Top Shot have necessarily done anything wrong. Like, they had some issues at the start with people like multi-accounting and stuff like that, but they've moved really quickly to cut that crap out. And that's, I guess, one of the advantages of the blockchain, because you can see all of the ownership for all of the assets publicly. Like, it's all the data is available. You can anybody who's in any way talented at data science or data mining, or can handle like large volumes of data in a spreadsheet. You can plot and you can trend the ownership of all of these things. It's all available publicly. And that
Matrix style stuff,
It is Matrix style stuff. I find that side of it pretty kind of interesting as well. Yeah, it's funny. Like we've talked a bit about, or we've mentioned it on a couple of shows now, about Topps thinking, oh well, let's just get this over the line. Let's just get something out. And I think if they had been doing it themselves, I maybe could have bought that argument. But the more I look at the partner that they're using for this, Wax.io, the more it feels like it's maybe a bit more cynical than we're perhaps giving them credit for. We're maybe giving them too much credit, because Wax.io have been doing this for a reasonable amount of time now, and they've been doing it with other Topps franchises as well. It's not like this is the first of them doing Topps. So they've did Godzilla and King Kong. They've done Garbage Pail Kids. They've done NFT releases for a whole bunch of other franchises as well. Like, they've done stuff for Deadmau5. They've done stuff for other digital creators. So I think we're maybe cutting Topps a little bit too much slack by saying, well, let's just let them do the first one, and this is like their kind of warm up to see how it's going to go. I think they maybe could have done a little bit more, but because they have essentially just taken the same digital products that they're creating to put into the Bunt app and just attaching an NFT to it and then sending it into the ether.
I think that's exactly what they've done. I think it's been lazy. I really do. I think they've been lazy and said, those things and those NBA guys are doing all right, and we should do this. I think when there'll be moments, and it either comes from Topps or it comes from MLB. I would suspect MLB will probably do it in partnership with Topps, because they own the kind of license kind of thing there.
Yeah,
and they'll be awesome. I will absolutely buy those, but I will buy these because it's the first. But it's gonna be one of those things to do.
Series 1, Episode 1, right? So yeah, the hype is real. I think it's safe to say. There's obviously a lot of people still on the fence and not quite understanding it or quite giving it the time of day yet. It feels a lot like how cryptocurrency and stuff was sort of 5, 6, 7 years ago, where people were like, what is this? This is a bit strange, or whatever else. And crypto's become far more accepted, I guess. I mean, it's still fairly niche trade.
I think it's bigger in the States, so we don't quite see that here.
I'll tell you, it's bigger with the kids, my friend. We're just
too old. Down with the kids. We are not
we're
down
old,
with the kids.
Man. That's the problem. We're old.
Yeah, exactly.
The company I work for is very young. Like I said, I only just turned 40 last year. I'm not like a complete freaking dinosaur.
Ancient.
Yeah, and I've worked in tech for like 20 years. But yeah, a lot of the kids, as we like to refer to them, the older ones of us at my place of work, we refer to the younger ones as kids. But like, the kids are all trading in crypto and stuff like that all the time. So yeah, I do think it's a little bit of a generational thing. Obviously, this is based off of one of the cryptocurrencies. It's based off Ethereum. That's the kind of underpinning of the whole NFT market, is the Ethereum cryptocurrency. It uses their blockchain. So if you're already involved in that world and you've got some experience with crypto or with dealing with digital assets, then it's going to be a little bit more appealing for you. Like, say, for us old timers, us traditionalists who enjoy physical pictures of men on cardboard, if this is your first foray into this kind of digital world, then I can understand why it can be a bit daunting, and it seems a bit, it's all gobbledygook and it's all acronyms and tech speak and blockchain and what is all this bollocks. So yeah, I can understand the hesitance, but hopefully we can try and take some of the complexities out of.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it is tough to get my head wrapped around it. I mean, when this first came out, when Blake started doing stuff, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be cool, and it's absolutely gonna be the way forward. Like, there's no way they're gonna do like, oh, this didn't kind of work. Like, literally, Topps gets 20% off every sale. What it's in their best interest to push everything that way.
Yeah.
There'll still be physical cards, but you're gonna see a more a push to go and do like the moments and stuff like that there, because they know they're gonna get money from that every time that thing sells.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, to clarify, so when Jason's saying that Topps are going to get 20% off everything sold, it's not just 20% off of the drop that happens tomorrow night. So if I buy tomorrow night, then that's fine. But then if I sell my pack on to Jason, they get 20% of that sale. If Jason then sells that pack on to somebody else,
not only the pack, the cards,
the individual cards as well. So yeah, you're right. Sorry. So any of the digital assets, and every time they're sold on, 20% of that goes back to Topps. So of course they're going to push it because it's a never-ending revenue stream. Mm-hmm. And it does. What does it cost? Like they use the existing license that they've already got to create the physical stuff. They already create a digital version, as we've discussed, by putting it into Bunt. You're taking the same digital assets you're creating, so the staff that you're employing to make the Bunt game, all of a sudden they're not just making content for the Bunt app, they're making content for the digital, for the NFT side as well. So it's basic, like you say, it's basically costing them nothing. It's costing them however much they're having to retain Wax.io to run this for them is basically their cost. I mean, of course they're going to do it.
Exactly. It's a no-brainer, and I'm sure Wax.io is making money for every sale for pack like that. So,
yeah, of course. It's like Apple in the App Store. Anything you buy from the App Store, Apple takes 30%. So Wax.io are probably going to retain a small percentage of ownership, I would imagine, out of the value as well. But it's funny. The more I think about it, I wonder if it's a licensing thing, and that's why Topps are still just using still images rather than moving pictures, because obviously MLB, not just MLB, like all of the major American sports are very tight. They're very tight with the control over their media, and we see that. Although MLB, to be fair, have loosened the reins a little bit with people, doing their own commentaries over YouTube videos and stuff like that, and hosting clips and that kind of thing on YouTube. So MLB is maybe the most progressive in this area, but
also the worst.
You think?
They're also because so if you look at NBA and NFL, they let people share videos there. So they might have loosened it now, but the MLB is the worst. They asked people to take that stuff down.
I thought they got a little bit more progressive with it. I always considered the NFL to be the worst, but then
because the NFL has been letting people share stuff there, and
that's
why they're always like, oh, baseball is all the fuddy-duddies that want to sit there and like that, and they're quite happy to have people to create content using NBA videos and NFL videos because it's more exciting, and you can do stuff like that. Whereas baseball, if it's happening, it's only in the last 2 years.
Okay.
They've been like, you're using our licensed content, can you please take that down? So whereas NFL, they've all said, screw it. Like, hey, I've just got someone to watch 1 million views of this dude that's on a Russell Wilson video. Great, that's promoting our league, and it costs us nothing to do that.
Yeah. You're definitely seeing more creators in the baseball space, though.
But so what you're seeing is on the MLB app, you can do the video thing now. And they put that in the app so you can actually start putting clips in there, and then you can share on the social media there. So I don't know if the NFL or NBA does that, but it was the first time that you can get clips from MLB and then load to social media.
That's quite clever, and that's quite a good way to keep control over it as well, I guess. Because then you're not just like bootlegging your own clips out of stuff as well.
But that was the problem there, because MLB was pretty good at shutting that stuff down, and that's what they're saying, that the MLB wasn't. I mean, look at any YouTube mixtape for some guy's dunk tape, and they have obscure videos of dudes dunking in backyard playgrounds, and so where you can't do that for baseball. There's only so many times you see a guy go hit a home run and go, whoa! It's just not going to fly. But when a dude's doing 360-degree dunks, you can watch those all day long.
Yeah.
So,
That raises an interesting question. If they did move into the moment field, like they're like Top Shot's done, you'd be pretty pissed off to spend like $100 on 45 NFTs and you get like 3 failed bunt attempts as like part of your pack. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of absolute dross goes on in a 3-hour game of baseball. I mean, you get the odd exciting moment, but let's be honest, 90% of it's freaking dross. And it'd be very.
But remember, it's set up like what's it there? Yes, so pull it up. So you have with like bunt. So you have a 78.11% chance with your common card.
Yeah.
You got a 16.67 chance on uncommon card, a 4.17 chance on a rare, a 0.83 chance for a super rare, an epic one because instead of iconic, they've gone epic.
They've gone of course they have.
It's 0.22% chance, and then there's the epic exclusive. It's only available on the premium pack, and so the chance is 4% there. But obviously, what we didn't point out there is you can buy the $10 pack, and you get the standard pack there. But if you buy the $100 pack, obviously your chances increase there, and it go all there. So again, your chances go from a super rare card. If you buy the standard pack, it's at 0.83. And with a premium pack, you're looking at 2% there. So you get better odds.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you played bunt, you understand how this game works.
Yeah, that's true, man. but then you can relate that back to the physical card world as well. And if you consider these things like autograph cards or relic cards or low numbered stuff, it's a difference between buying like a fat pack from Walmart for $15 where you're not guaranteed anything, and you could basically get 32 base cards and maybe an insert if you're lucky. But if you go and spend like $150 on a hobby box, then you're guaranteed to get like a couple of autographs and maybe a memorabilia card. If we're talking about Topps flagship, but just a fair comparison, I think, to Series 1 NFT because they're using the same design. Mm-hmm. So you could go and spend $200 and whatever on a jumbo hobby box and get an autograph and a couple of relics guaranteed. Plus, you're probably going to hit some other cool stuff in a box like that as well. Yeah. And then where you're comparing it to the $15 fat pack, like say you pick up from Walmart, and you're basically just getting base cards like that. So
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I don't think you can ever collect the set. Like with buns, sure, I collect the set. It doesn't cost me anything. It's gonna be one of those things.
NFTs are not for set builders.
No,
that's a good point. Yeah, it is. You're basically just hunting for the rare stuff, are you?
Unless they go down to like $3 a pack or something like that, and even then, I don't know if I'd want. I think a digital set sounds terrible, and I like NFTs, so
Yeah, John's asked a really good question about trades, and how Topps going to make money off trades. The short answer is I don't know how Topps are going to make money off trades because I don't know how the trade thing's going to work.
No, nobody knows. It's literally like everything I did the research for. No one has any idea how it's all going to work. Right?
Yeah. We've seen experience with other NFTs. So with Blake Jameson's NFT that obviously we both got, you do have the option to gift it to somebody.
Gift it. Yeah.
So that's how the trade thing would work. You would essentially gift it to your trade partner, and then your trade partner would gift it back to you. So I mean, there is that. It's not purely a buy and sell market. Obviously, Topps and in the case of the Blake Jameson one, Blake Jameson's obviously hoping that you marketplace it and you sell it, because then like they continue to get their cut. But if even at a split of 50% sales, 50% trades, like all this extra revenue from all the sales further down the line, that's still money that Topps would never have gotten before. We see it all the time in the physical collecting space. It's like, oh well, I've opened 25 hobby boxes of stuff, so I've got like hundreds of duplicates, so come and buy my duplicates for 25p each. Like Topps aren't getting any of that 25p, but if you open heaps of NFTs and you sell it on, then like as we've already said, Topps are going to retain that percentage every time that trades hands in exchange for cash or Bitcoin in this Ethereum.
They do have an FAQ section on the website, and you would go into the trading section of the website. And then you can select the NFT pack you want to trade or gift into someone's wallet. So That's gifting. That's not selling. That's gonna be different.
So that's how trade's gonna work then.
That's how trades are gonna work. So you can go, you get someone else's wallet, you put it in there. That's not a problem there. Now you also remember there'll be crafting in this as well. We didn't.
There is. That's right.
So
yeah.
you will be able to go and take those 5 cards and craft something better. So they're crafting exclusives there. So they're really gonna try to suck you into buy as many packs as you can. So I guess it'll be interesting knowing there's 75,000 roughly dropping tomorrow.
Yeah, well, 74,090.
Yeah, and then and then again, top 70. They had chances to do 70,000.
I know it doesn't make it. There must be a reason for it. We'll find out, I'm sure. But
we'll find out. There'll be some song and dance, and everything will crash.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they won't be able to handle everyone. 100,000 angry white men just collecting cardboard, digital cardboard now.
Yeah, it's not even freaking cardboard. It's just numbers on. It's just numbers on a website somewhere.
So that we'll know. I mean, it's all up in the air. Like I just try to access the website. It doesn't tell you what you can and can't do. So it will just be kind of mayhem. And anyone that says they're an expert, they know shit.
Yeah, don't believe the experts.
No one knows how it's going out there.
It's all snake oil.
It is, yeah. But like for $10, buy a pack. If you can get $100 one, buy the pack because there'll be someone that will immediately pay you 2 or 3 times that just so they didn't have the first.
I think they've been really clever with this $10 price point, $10 price point, and the $100 price point. Because I've seen a lot of people saying, well, $10 is if it's only $10, that's enough for me to be like, yeah, like I'm still curious at $10. And for those who are willing to, I don't know if you want to say gamble a bit more or invest a bit more or perhaps a bit more au fait with how it all works, then like the $100 price point isn't all that scary either compared to the price, like the physical box price of buying boxes of cards right now. So $100 even doesn't feel like an enormous gamble. I mean, that's I understand. I'm very much speaking from a position of privilege where I can say that, but so I'm trying my best to check my privilege at the door when I'm frivolously saying I could spend $100 for essentially 45 random codes.
Like $100 isn't that much, knowing that you can sell that for 2 or 3 times the top. Right? It's like going to Walmart. Same idea. You're going to digital Walmart and you're buying this there. So 6 months down the line, when they up, because this is just the first drop. It's going to double in size and double it once they prove they can do it over and over again. And then and then at one point you're probably just going to pick stuff up, like go into the store and finish sets off that way, I'm guessing. But again, I do think it's all just kind of we'll get there. Like I said, it's gonna take a little bit, and it's gonna be moments, and that's where the money's gonna be at, and hopefully you're not getting shed log bunting. So
oh man, if I'm lucky enough to get $100 pack tomorrow and I don't get a DJ LeMahieu NFT, I'm gonna be absolutely furious.
We're gonna trade for you. We'll work out some kind of trade for you.
Well,
but I mean, it would be fun. It's gonna be fun. It'll be an interesting market to see how it goes, and we'll try to update you on what we find out.
Absolutely, yeah. It's safe to say 7 days from now when we're back. So next Monday's episode, we're obviously going to be through the window, and we'll probably be sitting here lamenting the fact that we didn't get anything and it was a complete shit show. But hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be able to. We'll be lucky and we'll be able to give some proper information on how it went. But so just to recap then, 6 o'clock tomorrow night if you're interested in this. The website you need to go to be registered, if you're not registered, is wax.io. And be ready. Don't make the mistake of a lot of people in the States and preload your wax.io account with whatever their strange currency is, because you can only buy these things tomorrow using credit card. So don't go buying any of their. I mean, you can spend that currency on their marketplaces and stuff like that, but don't worry about that. Just get registered for your wallet, get prepped, and be ready to go.
Like I said, I don't see a whole lot of hype at it right now. Everyone's still trying to figure out what are NFTs. Normally, I see a whole lot of hype about. I'm seeing more hype about Alex Pardis, Keep Ryan Hayes card than I am about this. So it might slip in the radar there, and I absolutely would try to get one. Yeah,
hopefully we'll be lucky. The hyper isn't really in the hype isn't
Vegas. Dave has 75,000 people buying this stuff.
It's funny. I linked that article to somebody in the Talks Baseball group today. To try and give an understanding on how the public ownership train can be used for good, and I think that's an excellent example of it being used for good. Last question on the subject. John has asked one more question, saying, in theory, you could trade them and then pay through some other means, which, yeah, I mean, you totally could. So in other words, you could advertise it somewhere not on an NFT marketplace and be like, right, send me $50 by PayPal and I'll trade you, I'll gift you the NFT. And I guess there is going to be some aspect of that as well, but
so that already happens with Top Spun on eBay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's wild, right?
All the time. Yeah, so absolutely, you'll see these on eBay in the marketplace, and then you write the money. Then you have to hope the guy is kind enough to gift it. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Not everyone's cool. Like there's definitely
I mean, it's the same risk that you take buying physical trading cards. You know what I mean? That's why there's the need for. Unfortunately, there is a need for the scammers group. You do run that risk of. I mean, because eBay isn't really set up to handle NFTs properly. When I say properly, it's not an NFT marketplace per se.
No.
But yeah, I guess in theory that would cut out that Top's making that money if you don't do it through an official NFT marketplace. If you gift it to somebody, then yeah, they're going to get 20% of zero.
But then you gotta look at it this way. I mean, you're not looking for NFTs on eBay.
No, exactly. Yeah.
For that stuff in the marketplace for it.
Not yet.
You try that. You say that now, and then of course everyone's gonna put it on eBay. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for NFTs, you're gonna be looking through the various blockchain companies that be selling them there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody will put up on eBay. But gosh, you're gonna see it on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, I imagine it's gonna be people selling it on the Facebook Marketplace 605.
Yeah. The main selling point of the NFT marketplaces is that it's by far the easiest place to sell them. So obviously Wax.io, I've got a couple of marketplaces that they recommend. So I guess that one of the main problems in the NFT space right now is that there are so many there's so many marketplaces available that you might have to check 20 different websites to find what it is you're looking for. Obviously, as the market grows and matures, the ones who become leaders will swallow up the smaller ones, just like we've seen in every other, with internet auctions. There was lots of internet auction sites in the late 90s. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like there was lots of internet auction sites in the late 90s, early 2000s, and gradually eBay bought them all. And eventually we'll see the same thing on NFT marketplaces as well. Like, leaders will naturally come to the front and they will start buying up other marketplaces. And we'll be left hopefully with like just 2 or 3 main ones. But yeah, right now there's so many NFT marketplaces. It's so difficult to keep up with them.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna end up owning NFTs over so many different marketplaces. It's gonna
be difficult to track. So it's the ease on which you can turn around and take something from your collection and put it onto one of the partnered marketplaces. I think is going to be. It's going to be a big sell for a lot of people. It's good because it just makes the process so simple. A couple of clicks on your phone and it's done. It's on the marketplace. Somebody buys it. The money's in your account. You don't have to do anything. So yes, as much as you can bypass that process by advertising it on a marketplace. Somebody sends you money by PayPal, or if you're buying it, like say you've got that risk, you send it to some scam bot on Facebook Marketplace, you send them $150 for your NFT and you never get your NFT, and it's like, well, what avenues of recourse are open to you? Because it's not like you're buying a physical product, you're buying a digital product, so you're working in a different space, and absolutely, people will shyster it for sure, but
we'll touch about because we'll know more, but if you do sell it, we don't know how long it's going to take to get your money. So with NBA Top Shot, it took a month. It's getting better, but again, like they didn't expect to see the rise of popularity in their stuff there, and they're overwhelmed. And they still do it really well. So, if you do buy it and you do sell it, you might not see that money for a month's time. We don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll know more. So
we'll know more. Exactly. Cool, jolly good. Well, for two guys who did absolutely nothing to prep for this week's episode. We did pretty well. We've managed to tear through our hour, as so often we end up doing. So, hopefully the NFT stuff was of some use. And if you were on the fence and maybe you're thinking about it now, like I say, stay tuned. If we're lucky enough to get some, then we'll work on something to give some away to some people, so you can try and get a bit more familiar with it. That is, of course, hoping that I get lucky tomorrow night on the old drop at 6 p.m. But yeah, more news on that next week for sure.
Yeah, so we might just do a news episode to catch up on things there because it's been pretty full-on week for all of us there, and if we can get someone to come in, we will absolutely do that. But yeah, I would expect a news episode there because
if we both strike out tomorrow night and we don't get anything, then we'll try and get a guest on. We'll have nothing to talk about next week. Cool, awesome. Right, well let's keep the fingers crossed then, and yeah, let's hope that one of us is, or hopefully both of us manage to pick something up.
Exactly. I think we got a good chance. I got fingers crossed.
I hope so too.
Feeling the love.
Yeah, let's go. Awesome. All right, cool. Once again, thanks very much everybody for listening along and for sending in the questions as well. As always, this episode will be available as a podcast from Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. UK. It'll be up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you like to get your podcasts from. And of course, Jason and I will be back next Monday live, as always, at 9 p.m. So until then, Jason, thanks very much again.
All right, thank you. And before I go, James from Cali, thanks for listening. We were chatting all over there on Twitter over there. So always nice that someone dropped in and said hello. And whoever's listening in Germany, you're your number one fan.
Of course. Good.
Say hi to us. We don't know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
So we know someone out there.
If you're listening in Germany or if you're listening in Russia, we really want to know. We really want to know more. So reach out. Any social media platform, it's fine. It'd be awesome to find out a bit more about you and what you enjoy.
We'll send you something. It won't be a Teen Tops t-shirt because we don't have those yet.
We don't have those
We'll
yet,
send you something. We'll absolutely put something in the mail to send you.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. Thanks again, everybody. And yeah, until next Monday night, please stay safe in England. Enjoy your beer gardens and everything else. 26th is the next big date for us up here in Scotland. That's when we start seeing some more loosened restrictions. So can't come quick enough.
We get those Teen Tops tats.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that'd be ace. Yeah, definitely. Let's do that. All right, cool. Thanks again, everybody. Yeah, take care.
Bye. Take care, guys. Stay
See you
safe.
next Monday.
These my dollars make it hurt.